4 years ago, I sat at my kitchen table with my mom, poring over college applications and pamphlets, and she looked at me and said, "Skylar, why don't you apply to Georgia Tech or Virginia Tech?" And I specifically remember looking at her and saying, "I refuse to apply anywhere with tech in its name." And now I stand before you, incredibly passionate about my field and happily enrolled in the College of Information Sciences and Technology. So why was high school senior Skylar so opposed to the idea of being associated with a technical institute? Well, when she envisioned tech, she thought of individuals who were unshowered, glasses wearing, coding obsessed, awkward, and male. And I wish that I could stand before you today and say high school senior Skylar was wrong and naive. I mean, she was, but about different things. I have been the only girl in a group project, and I've been the only girl in a class. I've faced microaggressions from individuals inside and outside of my college, and even from male recruiters. And unfortunately, this isn't just happening to me. The gender gap in technology is a well-documented phenomenon. Every day I go online and there are new articles about the things that need to be changed, and there are a lot of great things that are going on to address the gender gap as well. There's the I Look Like an Engineer movement, the Girls Who Code, and the Women in Technology Awards that actually took place at the end of last month. And these are all great, so you would think that with all of this attention that's being given to the issue, that things would be changing, that the gap would be narrowing, right? Well, actually, since 2002 to 2012, the percentage of women pursuing technical degrees has actually decreased from 30 to 19%. I believe that there are two factors or barriers that are really causing this gender gap to persist in technology, and those are media and exposure. So yes, the media does a great job of addressing that there is an issue in technology, but there's another side to the relationship that the media has with the field. So for instance, we'll look at pop culture and Hollywood. TV shows and films like Mr. Robot, Silicon Valley, and The Social Network, these are great. Don't get me wrong, I love great tech entertainment. But who are these individuals? The leads in these are the people that high school senior Skylar didn't want to spend any time with. They're awkward and uncomfortable, they're rude, and they have generally undesirable characteristics. Sorry. And then there's the other side of the media that worships tech gods like Bill Gates and Steve Jobs and Mark Zuckerberg. And they portray them as these people who came out of the womb coding. Like, they have a gene that makes them successful at all things tech. Intimidating? Just a little bit. But now that you see all these people up here, what else do they have in common? All of the leads, the front runners in tech media, they're all men. And, so that brings me to the second issue, which is, exposure. Prior to coming to Penn State, I had no experience in computer classes. I really didn't have them offered to me. Now they are offered. They're much more widespread, and that's great. There are even elementary school courses. And a study in the UK actually found, though, that in these courses that are being offered to grade school children, only 8% of the students taking them are female. And even once they get to university, for every female, there are 5 males in tech courses. So women are simultaneously being shown that they will not fit in to the people who excel in technology, and then they're not being given adequate resources or opportunities or encouragement to pursue technology on their own and find out if they actually enjoy it. I also believe that there are 2 ways that we can combat these issues here at Penn State, and that is with branding and engagement. And this is based on research I've done and an initiative that was taken at a small school in California called Harvey Mudd College. Harvey Mudd looked at the individuals that were enrolled in their computer science courses and saw that only 10% of them were women. Obviously, Harvey Mudd wanted to change this. So they started with branding. They took a common intro course called Intro to Java, and they changed its name and a little bit of the content to something along the lines of creative solutions to problem solving in engineering and science using Python, and saw the number of women enrolling in the course increase dramatically. Now, it's still obviously a technical course. There's a coding language in its name. It mentions both engineering and science, but the inclusion of words like creativity and problem solving sent the message to women that this was something that they could excel in, that this was an environment in which they would be accepted. And Harvey Mudd followed up with engagement opportunities. So any women who are even remotely interested in technology, it took them to the Grace Hopper Conference in Texas, which is actually a conference that celebrates women in technology. And women in IST have the opportunity to go to this conference as well. The downside to this is that IST is a discovery college here at Penn State, so only women who already know they're interested in tech really are given the opportunity to go and explore this. For this reason, I suggest that Penn State hold its own conference and invite speakers from the College of IST, the College of Computer Science, all these different majors, all these women who are doing technical things here at Penn State to speak, as well as women who are excelling in the industry to come out and talk about how they got involved in technology, what they do, and why they love what they do. I believe that these women could serve as role models for the young women here at Penn State and encourage them to look into technical fields and also show them the opportunities that exist in tech beyond coding, because it seems to me that everyone believes that that's the only thing you can really do when you're in tech. Now, after 4 years, Harvey Mudd looked at its demographics again and saw that the number of women enrolling in computer science had increased from 10 to 40%. Other colleges have followed Harvey Mudd's lead and have seen similar results. I have never been called a dreamer. If anything, I am a realist verging on a cynic. I know that changing things here at Penn State won't change the gender gap overall, and it's not going to happen overnight. But I do believe that the women of Penn State can excel in technology and that they can go on to be the women leaders in tech in the future and inspire and empower future women to go into technology, and that those women can change the statistics. Thank you.